You cannot build a concept unless you have a concept. You can't build a vision unless you have a dream. In order to build all things, you need to have a starting point. Then you need, most importantly, to be educated and have an understanding. So, Zara, hotshot, Maya, hotshot, Maya, ego. And I've got way more dogs, people. But let's just paint a picture of what we have in the house right now. Zara. Stephen here with Good Bully TV. We're having a nice cup of tea this afternoon. Who remembers Miss Doubtfire when he was a kid? Now, I told you guys that you're not even close to building what you're building until you get to your third generation. Basically, your third generation is your first generation, right? So let's talk about when I said, hey, these are your concept dogs. This is the beginning of your start. Check this out. In order to even develop a concept, let alone build your vision, guess what I've done here? Let's think about this. Jamarcus asked a question, so I said, you know what? Let's turn it into a video. Oh, it's pungent. I added some apple cider vinegar, a little lemon, a little honey. It's a sharp taste to it. It's like, whoa. So, for one, like, subscribe, and share, people. You cannot build a concept unless you have a concept. You can't build a vision unless you have a dream. In order to build all things, you need to have a starting point. Then you need, most importantly, to be educated and have an understanding. So, Zara, hotshot, Maya, hotshot, Maya, ego. And I've got way more dogs, people. But let's just paint a picture of what we have in the house right now. Zara ego is Zara's son, which makes Hera and Ego have siblings, which makes Chimera and Jr., this is their aunt. Then Jamarcus said, well, what about Nala? Nala is what? Have siblings. To these dogs. So you've got an aunt, and guess what? Because Ego's in here, Zara as the grandmother So as I said, I've doubled up on intelligence, I've doubled up on drive, I've doubled on a lot of things that if you do it right, you can build an amazing dog. An amazing dog. I'm talking about a dog that, sheesh, you go, wow, there's opportunity here. So when I said your first generation is somebody else's idea, your second one are your concepts. We're at that second stage where we got our concepts down, but the concepts are based on a concentrated look, which is why I chose Hot Shot twice. Hot Shot here, Hot Shot there. Ego technically was taken to Earl the Merle, which is an outcross, something completely different, not even close to what we've got going on here. And by the time you look up, you say, I could technically take, and this is one of the tricks that they use, a aunt to a nephew and tighten up the concept a little bit more. Then you start laying out the vision. If you watch the video with Chris Moore, he says you need this, is that, an aunt, uncle, such and such. Guess what? Technically, I've got it. Like crazy. But check this out. I've got it even with Nala and some other dogs that we've got. And mind you, I'm just warming up, just so we're clear. But Jamarcus said, hey, so how does this all work? Again, Maya hotshot, Zara hotshot. That puts them, these two dogs are not related at all. It, in some form of fashion, connects a lot of these dogs, but this dog's related to none of these dogs until you start getting to, how do I build this concept of a dog out? Well, guess what? Again, Nala and these dogs become half siblings. These dogs now, grandmother is one of my favorite dogs. And even more importantly, this girl is now their auntie. If I wanted to start, I would have started the exact way Chris Moore told me, and I did this 6 years ago. I planned something 2.5 years ago with Justice. I wrote a plan up and sent it to him. Literally. Let me see. I don't be saving people's number a lot of time. So when I be in my mind, I be thinking I'm finding something. Bougie Booze. I'd have to find it. Tom Cortez. like, Lord have mercy. I'll find it, but I already did a post on it because I sent him something literally where I did what? I showed people like, guys, you thought this was a plan. I wrote him a plan up 2 years ago about how I was going to use hot shot at least twice, and potentially even over 6 years. But we've got enough dogs now to move the program forward because I understood concept moons ago. So we didn't get here guessing. We got here because we've done a good job. So when I tell you, hey, your first generation of the dogs that you bought are someone else's ideas. Your second generation should be tightening up and building your concept. Once you get past the concept, you can begin to start building your vision if you've done it correctly. And I still have 2 other females that are in no relation to anybody who will be bred. And that concept is going to get clearer and clearer. And then you say, man, I like you guys' vision. Oh, that's still 7 years away. But we're on to something. Guys, take care of your dogs. And as always, thank you for watching.